welcome to New Sphere Business. My name is Ronald C Hughes, and this is a web channel on the art of selling, I guess, when it comes to helping people to perform better as salespeople and to help you run your businesses as well. But today's video is really about sales, and it's about making outbound cold calls. It seems to be an area where a lot of people encounter difficulties based on the issues of congruency, the inability to act against one's own emotional set of rules. And today what we're going to do is actually look at why that happens and go from there. Starting out with the processes within a sale. Most people actually have problems with making outbound calls because of the constant form of rejection that comes into play. And that's there because a lot of bad salespeople are out there making a poor impression. You're seeking to get through to somebody who is a decision maker, somebody who's capable to make a decision about whether to buy or not to buy your product or service. And because of that, what happens is they're in a position where a lot of people may be trying to contact them to do the same thing. You're going to need to get past the gatekeeper in most situations and everything. But I want to bring up the point after that. What do you say after the customer says hello is really important on an outbound call, and going from there. So let's start at the beginning. You've gone through the gatekeeper and you've used the yes or please and thank you methodology to get there. If you haven't seen that video before, go ahead and go back to it later on. It's on Ronald C Hughes channel. Here, what we'd like you to do is take a look at the next step. And the next step is to really just reinforce the first portion. Once you've gotten through, you will have sought to get through using the expected customer's name. You believe that a guy called Bob Burns is the purchasing person that you're looking to talk to. And so when the person picks up the phone and says hello, the first thing you want to say is good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, followed by Bob Burns, please, thank you. This is the same methodology that's used when you're asking for the decision maker at the gatekeeper level. The reason why you do this when you get through to the decision maker is you need to know how that person wishes to be addressed. Now, the decision maker may say, this is he, it's Bob, you've gotten through to Mr. Burns. And each one of those indicates a different level of communication. If the person says their name is Bob or this is he, you'll address them as Bob. If they're really friendly and yeah, it's Bob, how you doing? Then you may want to take a different tone of voice. First and foremost, at the beginning of the conversation, you need to keep your pace slow. You need to make sure that you enunciate all of the words that you're expressing so that Bob can hear you. And you need to express very quickly what's in it for Bob. The first thing that you want to do is indicate to Bob that you've heard him. So if he says his name's Bob, you say, good morning, Bob. My name is Ronald Hughes. Secondly, the thing of getting this introduction, on an inbound call, companies are always introduced first. You've gotten through to contact ignition. On an outbound call, you always address the salesperson's name first, and you use a full name. When the customer has heard your name, you then follow it by the company name. Usually there's a pause in between. Good morning, Bob. My name is Ronald Hughes. I'm calling on behalf of Contact Ignition. The company name followed. And usually after that you have to give a short, sharp statement of what's in it for them along with the company name. Contact Ignition is Ireland's premier sales training organization. Blah, blah. Yeah. Okay. The reason for the call is to establish that what we're doing is giving away free training at the moment, based on the fact that what we're calling back is a return on investment for you. So we don't charge you anything until such time as you return off your investment when it comes to training your salespeople. be an initial interest statement. Usually it's caught around price. It's usually around something that is clearly an advantage, cost-wise, some major savings, or something that can relate to being free, or at least free for now. And something where I pay for it later, buy now, pay later. All these things are good hooks to catch people, especially in times when the necessity of savings is important to that individual. That hook then needs to lead into the next stage of saying, what I need to do in order to establish this is I'd ask you a few questions and find out exactly what's going on there, and then I'll show you exactly how we would deliver it. What I've done is I've taken you from the introduction into the initial interest statement, and now I've signposted. Signposted is a clear indication that what I'm going to have to do is ask questions, but at the end you're going to receive this offer. Those are the things that need to happen at the beginning of conversation. You need to be very careful that you're not saying things that contradict it. Sorry to bother you, and I wasn't meaning to interrupt your conversation. All of these type of things indicate to the person that you really are conflicted and you don't want to be making these calls in the first place. So try and alleviate that. But give those a try. If you find that that doesn't work for you, or have difficulty, you can contact me by sending an email to my account here, or you can give me a call. Internationally, you can reach me on 00353 876 439 816. In Ireland, that's 0876 439 816. Once again, that's 00, country code 353, followed by 876 439 816. Or you can reach me at Ronald C Hughes at yahoo.co.uk. Look, if I can be of any assistance, I appreciate it. By the way, if you like the video, you like what you heard, I would appreciate it if you would pay me for it. And the way we take payment here in New Steer Business is by getting you to rate and comment on the video. Thank you very much. Goodbye.